dudes, I'm Hilah, and today on Hilah Cooking, I'm going to show you how to make a vegetarian sushi roll. I've gotten requests for how to do sushi rolls several times over the last 3 years or so, so I figured might as well do it now. It's about time, right? So I'm going to do a vegetarian one, but you can do whatever you want. I'll give you a bunch of ideas at the end for different stuff to stuff inside it and roll it up like a big old burrito. Okay, first thing we need to do is make some rice. So typically sushi rice, sushi rice is a very short grain rice that cooks up really soft and slightly sticky. It's different from like glutinous rice. Calrose is an American variety that's pretty easy to find. I just got this at like the Asia market. But anyway, see that? Okay, so typically it is rinsed like 3 times before you cook it or until the water is clear to remove any starch. But this particular brand says washing not necessary. So I'm gonna trust them on that. I mean, I do trust them on that because they're a company and why would they lie? So I'm gonna not wash it. I'm just gonna cook it because I also like to save water because I live in a desert climate. Okay, anyways, so we want 1 cup of rice in the pot. And then 1 1/4 cups of water goes in. And then we're just gonna cook it like regular old rice. I'm gonna bring it to a boil with the lid on it and then turn it down, simmer it for about 20 minutes while we prep the rest of our sushi guts. While our rice is cooking, we're gonna make some seasoned vinegar, and we're gonna mix into the cooked rice, and that's what makes it sushi rice. I've got some rice vinegar here. This is plain unseasoned rice vinegar. You can buy it already seasoned, and it's got the salt and sugar already mixed into it, and then you could just add this. But I don't know, I've got both on hand for some dumb reason. Okay, anyway, then we're gonna add some sugar and some salt. And just stir this up until it's dissolved. Okay, once it's dissolved, we'll set that aside and we can prep our vegetables. So I've got a red bell pepper. I just wanna cut it into nice, pretty, as straight as you can get them, little slices. So the thing about sushi rolls is a lot of it has to do with presentation. I'm really not that big on presentation, kind of a sloppy girl, but for this it does make a difference. So just like that. Carrots are nice, like any kind of vegetable really that you like could go in here. Mushrooms, asparagus. Great, so those are done. We'll do a little avocado. Sometimes cream cheese is also added to these. Whatever. So I'm just very gently scoring this. Use a smallish knife. Don't press very hard. And you'll be able to feel when the tip of the knife hits the leathery skin so you don't like cut all the way through and cut your fingers off. Bad move, that would ruin dinner. And I'm actually not gonna scoop this out yet. I'm just gonna leave it like that so it doesn't turn all brown. Just, as long as it's not exposed to air, it won't turn brown, right? So just kind of sandwich it back together like that. And then for the cucumber, so our nori squares, I should have that out now, but I don't. They're about 6 inches square, so just try to get your cucumber to be about that long. When you're done, it makes it a little bit easier to roll it. You don't have to put multiple pieces of cucumber in there. So there. And again, we just want to about the same width as the red bell pepper. I will discard this seedy part. Great, that's pretty much all the prep we need to do. So I'm just gonna wait for the rice to finish cooking and then we'll roll them up. Yeah. That's what you can do with that. Okay, so once the timer's gone off for your rice after 20 minutes, turn the heat off and then just let it sit for another 5 minutes covered. That's just gonna make sure that all of that liquid is absorbed and the rice has fully plumped, and also let it cool off a little bit so you don't burn your little fingers. So I am at that point now. I've got a big platter here. Just use a wooden spoon to scoop it out onto the platter. Then I'm going to start drizzling it with spoonfuls of this vinegar mixture. And it's important to add the vinegar while the rice is still warm so it absorbs it and kind of moistens the rice and keeps it from getting like crusty or dried out. And just gently toss it around, and we're also, in this process, we're cooling the rice off so that we can make the rolls. And it seems like this is a lot of liquid, but it will go in. So that's enough. About half of the little bowl that we made will do good for this amount of rice, which is about 2 cups. See, the rice looks really nice and glossy now. And we'll spread it out. Let it cool a little bit more. And rice, I will be back with you in a moment. Please wait over there. Okay, so now, this is my sushi rolling station. So I've got all my toppings. And then this is the nori sheet. I opened the wrong end like a dildo, but there you go. So there's a brand. So it's just seaweed that's been sort of pressed out into a really thin, paper thin sheet and then toasted or roasted. So here we go. And you can tell, it's kind of hard to tell maybe in a picture, but once you get it in your hands, you can see that one side is a little bit rougher looking and one side's a little bit smoother and shinier. You want to put that smoother, shinier side down, and you want to put it on your bamboo rolling mat, which this is not necessary. It helps it make a tighter roll. Haha. But you can do it without one of these, so don't stress out if you don't have one. And then like that, and then you want to put it so sort of lengthwise. So we put down about 1/2 cup of the rice, and I've got a little bowl of water here. If you get your hands wet, it just sort of helps the rice not stick to your hands. So we're just pressing it out to almost cover the whole sheet. You want to leave 1 inch at the top, just seal it. You want to leave that uncovered. Okay, so once you've got it covered about like this, we can start putting our stuff inside. Perfect. Some little bell peppers. And then our avocado. So you can just use a spoon to kind of scoop out a couple of slices like that. And just try to keep everything across as in an even layer as possible so your roll doesn't end up all lumpy and weird. So then, as you roll this thing up, and get to the end, you can add just a little bit of water to moisten that, and that will seal up really nicely. Wrap this around and give it a little squeeze to kind of compress it. Awesome. Ta-da! Sushi roll, done. Now we just have to cut it. Okay, so you got a sharp little knife. Blade's a little bit wet, that'll keep it from sticking. Cut it in half first, like that. Pretty. You can kind of wipe the blade off in between, and then we'll do half again. The goal is to get 8 equal pieces. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I've got some wasabi paste here, which I just mixed up from powder. Probably gonna regret this later. Give it a little dip in some soy sauce. And I've heard also that it's totally acceptable to eat sushi with your hands. I don't know if that's true. Is that true, guys? Let me know. Okay, here we go. That was a lot of wasabi. Yep, that was a lot that I just put on there, that I just ate into my body. Good though, pretty good. Cool it off with a little bit of pickled ginger. Oh man, I think I have wasabi like traveling up my nose, coming out of my eyeballs. Okay, there you go. Yay, I hope this maybe made an intimidating food seem a little bit easier and accessible for you to make at home. It's a lot cheaper if you make it at home. Might not look as pretty, but it's still tasty. It's really healthy. And yeah, you can like mix up with all kinds of stuff. Any kind of seafood, any kind of vegetables. You could add wasabi paste in there. Sometimes they use a little bit of mayonnaise. You could do a fake crab. You could do smoked salmon if you don't want to do like raw fish. You could do smoked eel. You can buy smoked eel frozen in Asian markets, and that is really, really good sliced up and put in there. So there you go. Have fun with this. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you would like to gently correct me on my poor sushi rice and rolling methods, then you may also do that. But please be polite, okay, guys? Because I'm trying to be nice here. Okay, that was weird. I sound like a crazy person. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out HilahCooking.com for more sushi roll ideas, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.